Hi, I'm Diana and I'm here to share with you 10 most common mistakes that beginner Amazon sellers make. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. We all make them, as long as you learn from them and continue to move forward. But if you can prevent any unnecessary mistakes, then let's do that. So the point of this video today is to learn the most common mistakes so you can avoid making them in the future. And in my experience, over the year, I have found a pattern of mistakes that beginner Amazon sellers make. Before I get started, real quick, I want to introduce myself for those who don't know me. I am a mom myself and I was looking for a way to earn additional income so I can stay home with my kids and don't stress about paying bills, and I can work just 5 hours per week, which gives me time to focus on my kids. My entrepreneurship journey actually started 5 years ago when I opened my own fashion brand with dresses for girls. And over the last 3 years, additionally, I've been also doing Amazon FBA, and I've been earning consistent income of 10K per month from doing it. So right now I want to teach you how to do it. And on my YouTube channel Passive Income by Mom, I want to share strategies and tips and everything about selling on Amazon and self-development, so I can help you do the same that I do right now. Number 1, picking a highly competitive niche or low demand. So competition is a good thing. It means that there is demand. On the opposite side, there are products with very low competition. So sure, you can easily rank on page 1 for those products, but if no one searches for them, then you will have a really low amount of sales per day. So the key here is to find middle ground. Not too much, not too little. So what I'm usually doing when I find a potential product to sell is I go to Amazon and I look at the top 10 sellers. I look at how many reviews they have, how established they are. So if they have like thousands of reviews, then sure, there is too much competition and I won't be able to rank easily in this niche. But when they have like 50 reviews, like 50 or 100 or in the hundreds, then it's good, but also I'm looking at how many sales per month they get. So I'm using this software, Helium 10, to look at how many sales they are generating. Another small tip is that don't go into the niche and the products where there are a lot of big brands, established ones. Like for example, in the baby category, there is a Johnson & Johnson, and people trust them, people recognize them, so they will prefer to buy from them than from you. So avoid the products where there are a lot of big brands. Mistake number 2, picking a product with low selling price. So by low selling price, I mean under $17. So if you pick a product under $17, it will be very difficult for you to make profit. On Amazon, there are a lot of expenses that you need to account for, and your profit tends to dwindle down if your price is below $20. Especially when you are doing product launch and you are doing pay-per-click campaigns, your profit is very low. So start with a product above $20. So when I started with selling pet products on Amazon, I looked at the price range of my competitors. So I saw that they sell this product, one of them sold this product for like $21.99. The other one sold this product for $44.99. So I knew there is like a room to grow. There is this price disparity, and if I sell a product at the beginning for $21.99 and then with time I get more reviews, I get more social proof, and I improve the product, then I can sell it for a higher price, meaning I will have more profit. So pick a niche, pick a product where there is room to grow. The third mistake people make is failing to improve or innovate the product, to add value. But this is a very common mistake I see people make. In the past, you could just copy the product and put your brand name on it or brand logo, and that would be enough. But right now, there's a lot more competition on Amazon and the products are of very high quality. So you want to innovate, to improve the product, because why would the prospective customer buy from you if you are no different than everyone else's? So what I usually do is I look at the reviews of the competitors and I see what people say. And if they say, for example, that one part breaks a lot, then I may go to my manufacturer and ask if they can remove that part or change that part or think of something different to improve the product. So you are not trying to invent anything, but you want to add more value. First of all, find a manufacturer that has high quality products. So order samples from several manufacturers and compare them. And choose the one that has the highest quality. With every new order from your manufacturer, ask them to improve something. So when you place an order, say for example that now can you please also add a drawstring bag, maybe to improve the packaging, to make it feel more premium, more luxurious. So make higher quality each time. The key is to add value, because customer gives you money for the value that you offer. You can also think outside the box, so you can also think about adding value, for example, in terms of creating like a community of on Facebook, community of people that use the product, and you can offer additional resources for the customers. The fourth mistake people make are unprofessional images. So images are everything in e-commerce, because customer first sees the image of your product, and customers are attracted to nice looking images, to nice looking packaging. So don't skim out on it. The photos are critical. I highly encourage to get professional photos done. So look at your competitors, what they are doing, what photos do they have, what infographics they have. So look at your best competitors and model them. Hire a professional photographer on Upwork or Fiverr. You can take these pictures yourself, as cameras in our phones are amazing these days. But then you can give images to professional graphic designers so that they can Photoshop them and make some renders. One extra tip here is use infographics. So as you can see on Amazon, the first image is the image of the product on white background, but then the other images are infographics. They say how to use the product, the main features of the product. So make bullet points, make some nice looking graphics. You can do it yourself in Canva, or you can also hire someone on Upwork or Fiverr to do it. Extra tip here, change images and split test them. So for example, you can use one image for 1 month, and then for the other month you can use another image and see if you have maybe more sales in this month than the previous one. Mistake number 5 a lot of new Amazon sellers make is not following the Amazon's terms of service. You have to remember that selling on their platform is a privilege, and you have to abide by the rules. If you don't, then your account will be suspended, your listing will be removed. Also, Amazon always changes the rules, so you need to stay on top of the rules. For example, in the past, you could communicate with the customer and ask how their order is, if everything is all right, but right now, you can't send any messages to the customers. Another important thing is do not manipulate the reviews. So you can ask for a review once, but do not incentivize people to leave positive reviews, because Amazon will find out and it will get your listing suspended. So number 6, lack of pay-per-click management. As you may know, Amazon has its own advertising platform, and I encourage you to use it, especially at the beginning when you are launching the product. It may give you higher exposure, but pay-per-click advertising can be very costly if you don't know what you're doing. So I encourage you to educate yourself. To do keyword research. You don't want to rank for any keyword. You want to look for the keywords that people search for when looking for your product. Also, some keywords may be more expensive than others. Some may be better opportunities for you than others. So you want to do good keyword research. Insert the keywords in your listing and also on the back end of your listing. Amazon is a search engine, and when potential customers search for your product, they search for a particular keyword. And the way your listing is discovered is to have those keywords embedded in your listing. Also, monitor your pay-per-click campaigns regularly. So don't just leave them and forget about them, because the costs then will be really high. Monitor your campaigns on a regular basis and optimize them. I use software called Helium 10 to do keyword research, but I also use it to monitor my organic ranks for particular keywords. So this is a very helpful software that will save you a ton of time. So mistake number 7, lack of inventory management. It is very important to know how many units to order. You don't want to order too much, because then you pay Amazon storage fees. But you also don't want to order too low, because then you are running out of stock, which may hurt your rank. If you are not good at inventory management, then hire someone. You can always hire someone cheaply on Upwork to do an inventory management for you, or you can also use a software to do it. In my e-commerce journey, I learned that if you don't have time to really master the skill, then it's better to hire someone because you will have the results faster. So if you have many SKUs, so for example, different colors or different sizes of your product, then look at what sells the best and look at what sells not so well. So order more units of those that sell the best and order less units of those that sell not so good. Don't order the same amount of SKUs every time because then you will be overstocked on the ones that don't sell well and understocked on the ones that are best sellers. So sure, when you are first launching the product, don't order thousands of the units because you are yet to prove the concept that the product sells. So what I'm doing is I'm ordering like 300 or 500 when I'm launching the new product, and then when the product sells well, I may order like a higher amount from my manufacturer. Always keep in mind inventory management. So the 8th mistake people make is depending too much on Amazon. It's very common to focus on Amazon fully, but you want to get as many eyeballs on your product as possible. If you're just doing pay-per-click campaigns on Amazon, you are limiting yourself because there's so much more that you can do. You can use social media, you can use influencers, you can do Facebook ads. So if you're first starting out, then yes, start on selling on Amazon because Amazon has all those customers. They have trust, they have built, and they have exposure. But then at some point, explore selling on your website. Anytime Amazon can change your listing or remove your or suspend your account, I don't say that to scare you, but I've seen it happen. And what you don't want to do is put all your eggs in one basket. So when you have a certain amount of sales per month, then consider transferring slowly to selling on your website. By selling on your website, you have more control. First of all, you own the emails of the customers. On Amazon, you don't own the customers. These are Amazon customers, not yours. And on your website, these are your customers. Start slowly, like build an email list, and then transfer those customers to your website. It's also important when considering selling your business in the future. So a lot of Amazon sellers, they sell their business. And if you're selling only on Amazon, it's not that attractive to a potential buyer than if you would have your own website. So we are getting close to the end. And number 9 mistakes that Amazon sellers make is starting the second product too soon. So focus on your first product at the beginning. It can be very exciting to start a second product, but then you are diluting your time and resources. You are diluting your resources because you are ordering inventory for 2 products. So give your first product full attention. You may want to reach like a certain amount of sales per month before starting a second product. What I see people do is after the 1 month they get very excited, they see the sales coming in and they say, oh, I need to start a second product. No, don't do that. First, focus on the one product that you are selling and do it really good so that, I don't know, it gives you $5,000 per month. And then focus on the second product and on the third product. I first started with only 1 product and I focused on it for like 6 months. And I didn't introduce the second one until the first one did 5,000 per month. But the last mistake I see people make is giving up 3 feet from gold. I completely understand that when you are starting out, it's very difficult. You are learning hundreds of things at a time. You are pulling your hair out. Week by week, you are spending this time to learn how to sell on Amazon. And at some point, you will say that you don't want to continue. But you know, you may be like that guy that stopped 3 feet from gold. So he kept digging and digging in the ground to find this treasure. And at one point he stopped. He just didn't want to do it anymore. He was really tired. And you know what? The treasure was 3 feet away from him. And it can be like that with your business. So at the beginning, you are investing a lot. You are learning, you are investing your time to do it, to set it up. It can be weeks or months before you see the results. But there is something like a compounding effect. So the work that you put at the beginning, when you are setting up your business, when you are building your Amazon business, then it will lead to the seed sprouting at the end and the fruits will come. So you need to be patient. When I first started my business, I was really impatient. I couldn't wait for the first sales to come in. And I was at that point when I thought, I'm giving up. I don't want to do it anymore. But you know what? I kept at it, and I tried different things so that my business keeps growing and keeps getting me sales. So you need to be patient. Starting a business, an online business, is an incredible opportunity, especially when you are a mom and you want to stay home and you want to have this flexible time so you can take care of your kids and then work some hours on your Amazon business or on your e-commerce business. But you need to be patient with it because it's not a get rich quick. You need to learn some things, and then weeks and months later, you will see that the seeds are sprouting. You need to know the reason why you're doing it. It's very important. So for me, I started my own business because I wanted to stay home with my son more, to spend time with him more. I didn't want to stress about every month about paying bills. And I also wanted to go on that dream family vacation. So don't give up. One additional mistake I see people make is not getting started. So I was like that before. So 5 years ago, I got interested in Amazon. I watched all those videos about sellers. I watched all those tips about selling on Amazon, the strategies. But I was really afraid of getting started. I was afraid that my product wouldn't sell, and I didn't get started for like 2 years. And I think this was a lost opportunity, because if I got started at that time, then I could earn way more money than I have now. So get started. In order to get results, you need to start. You can start small, step by step, but just do something. Like after watching a video on YouTube, take notes and then take action. So if the video says about opening an Amazon account, open an Amazon account that day. If the video says about setting up your pay-per-click campaigns, then do it in the evening. Set up your pay-per-click campaigns. So this way, you don't forget what you're learning in the video and then applying it in the real time. I hope you enjoyed it. 10 mistakes that beginner Amazon sellers make. Also, I highly recommend that you get the Helium 10 software. It saved me a ton of time for product research, and I'm also using it right now to find the keywords for my pay-per-click campaigns. When you're a mom, you need every second that you can get. I am a mom myself, so this software saves me a ton of time. I have the link for you in the description for 20% off if you want to use it. See you next time. Have a great day.